Everyone who wants to stop alcohol has got to go through the challenge of living without alcohol. While your brain is shouting at you to have a drink, while your brain is just reminding you over and over and over again, you're a drinker, this is what you do. This is what you do in this situation. This is what you do in that situation. When your mates are pressurizing you to come down to the pub and have a drink, when the anxiety, when the stress kicks in, and you're getting that suggestion to have a drink. When you're bored, when you're tired, when you want to celebrate or you want to commiserate. I'm specifically talking about people who want to and are willing to put in the work to get to the stage where they just do not think about alcohol anymore. It's not a problem for them. Whatever comes up in their life, it doesn't come up as a solution. It doesn't matter what physical or emotional state or what situation that a person is in. Alcohol doesn't come up as an answer. It doesn't matter what other stresses or challenges life throws in your way. Putting the poison into your body for temporary relief, just to relieve the feelings of the stress, that's not seen as a solution anymore. It's not seen as something that is going to give you anything, because you know what it's stopping you from achieving. By your own experience, the hardest thing for me is to get people out to 30 days, 60 days, 90 days and show them what it is like, not when they've gone for a dry month, but when they've gone into this with the idea that they are never going to drink again and living their life like that, to show them how much progress they can make in a short space of time where they don't have this toxin inside their body, right? Isn't that just such a better way of looking at things? I stop putting this stuff into my body. I put up with the challenges. I know I'm going to face challenges. It's part of the process. I lean into the discomfort because I know what's waiting on the other side. And I want the life that is on the other side of that. I want to be the person on the other side of that. Real quick, we've a few places left on our private 30-day coaching group. We start on Monday. I'll be with you every step of the way. Lots of group video calls, my private WhatsApp number, and you can even get it for free. The link is in the description if you're interested. I was talking about this in another video that I've done, that the person that you were before you started drinking is still there, or parts of them are. Parts of that innocence and that excitement in life, that purpose, looking forward and seeing the potential that you have. I'm 60 years of age next birthday, and I see much more potential in my life now than what I did when I was 40 and full of drink. That's just a fact. But I want to give you a caveat here, and that is, unless you change how you are, you're always going to be what you were. That's the problem, right? So you have to put the deliberate work in. We say stop the flow, do the work, move on. And it's that middle part, is what you do after you've stopped the flow. Stopping the flow is the part that you have to do. But then you focus forwards and not backwards, right? It's a deliberate process. My style of teaching is always moving towards the life that you want to live rather than away from the life that you don't want to live. I figure if you get good at moving towards the life that you want to live, then the life that you don't want to live will disappear into the rear view mirror where it should be, right? You can't look in two directions at the one time. The more you look forwards, the less you're going to look backwards. So we're starting out with a decision and a commitment to make that decision, a commitment to abide by that decision. I'm stopping drinking. I'm not putting another drop of alcohol in my mouth. I'm going to step over that line, draw a line in the sand. I'm stepping over that line, and I'm never going to go back. And first you have to know that there is another side to this, right? There is another side for you to get to, a better side for you to get to. I've said this before, if I could take you out to that 30-day, 90-day, if I could take you out to the year spot and show you how your life would look like without alcohol, and you've done that work to get there, it would be a completely different journey for you. You would come back to day one, you'd have no problems. It's not another side that is more of the same trap. It's not stepping over the line into a new life where it's more of the same, just in a different form. And I'm talking about, I'm going to stop drinking alcohol, but I'm only stopping drinking because I can't drink anymore. For whatever reason, I can't drink anymore. Everyone else can drink. Everyone else is a normal drinker. I've got broken genes, or I've got this disease inside of me that I was born with, just the way I am, and I can't drink anymore. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about I want to stop drinking alcohol because I'm only stopping because I can't drink because I'm an alcoholic. What kind of life is that? That's not another side. That is the same side without the physical toxin, right? You're holding on to the psychological toxins of alcohol and all the alcohol life. You're holding on to the alcohol, to the toxins, the psychological toxins of I can't, I'm diseased, I'm an alcoholic, I'm out of control. Now, some people might say that that is preferable to the alcohol, and maybe it is, Drinking the alcohol has created chaos in your life. All of this chaos, so much chaos. Not drinking the alcohol relieves at least some of that chaos. What does it matter how you do it or what you call yourself after you've done it? Now, I'm talking about the other side where you see the reality that putting any of this toxin into your body, any alcohol into your body, was a bad idea. And you shouldn't have been doing it. It is what it is. That's just the way it is. Right? There's no such thing as sane alcohol drinking. No such thing as sane alcohol drinking. So that means every person that you know who is drinking, they're deliberately putting a toxin into their body in order to get a buzz, right? In order to change certain aspects of their feelings or their emotions or their thinking. So for me, there's no distinction between normal drinkers and alcoholic, between diseased or alcoholic. There's just no distinction as, if you look at it from the perspective of another drug, let's say just take a smoker. There's no distinction between diseased smoker or smokeaholic and normal smoker or a non-smoker. There's no difference. You're either a smoker or you're a non-smoker, and that's it. Sure, you can have diseases from smoking. You can have lung cancer, mouth cancer, throat cancer. Same with alcohol. You can have cirrhosis of the liver, you can have wet brain, you can have saggy heart syndrome. So my version of stepping over the line is to step away from the alcohol and step away from everything that is associated with it. You leave everything in your past. You don't call yourself sober. You don't call yourself an ex-alcoholic, even an ex-drinker if you can help it, right? You just forget about the alcohol. You put that in your past. To get to that next level, to get to the better level, you have to become the next level version of yourself, or the better version of yourself. That's exactly what I thought when I stopped drinking. I realized that I wasn't being the dad that I should have been all these years. My son was 21 years of age by that stage. And all I wanted to do was be a better dad. And that evolved into being a better version of myself. When you 100% commit to truly getting alcohol out of your life, all the alcohol type behaviors, so you don't replace alcohol with another drug, just call it something different. All the other alcohol type thinking, you step up to another level of personal power, of freedom, of mastery. Making that first decision is the start. You step over the line, you step into that new life, and you gradually start to move forwards. And as you're moving forward, step by step, bit by bit, journey of 1,000 miles begins with one single step. You can't take step 2 without taking step 1 first, right? You can't live your new life just yet, right? Your brain is still operating under the old ways of thinking, the drinker's mindset. But, don't worry, that's soon going to disappear. The drinker's mindset is all the current habits, the current mindsets, the current levels of belief and self-confidence and self-efficacy, your current set of skills and tools that were built while you were a drinker. These are not good enough to live that life, to get up to that next level yet. They're not strong enough to get you up to that next level yet. But you've got to earn that, right? You've got to stopping drinking alcohol is the price that you pay. The discomfort is the price that you pay. The cravings are the price that you pay. Feeling uncomfortable, thinking uncomfortable thoughts, pushing off things and saying, I'm not going to do that. Having the temptation fired at your brain every 5 minutes in the first week. That's how you do that. That's earning the next level through discomfort. So think about every craving as a group of feelings and thoughts that are saying, show me. Every craving that you get is saying, show me. Show me which way you want me to go. Do you want to go back to the old life because we can make it happen? Look, I'm giving you the temptation. Or do you want to keep on going forward? Are you willing to push through this discomfort that you're feeling now and push yourself forwards? Do you want to give in or give up? Or do you want to double down and forge ahead? Each challenge that you face, every obstacle, every choice, every decision that you're making on this journey as you're moving forwards is only asking you one thing. Show me. Show me which way you want to go. You want to go back to the old way of doing things, or you want to move forwards to the new way of doing things. And that's the scary thing about this journey, right? It's the scary thing about the whole journey, because even now, right, I'm 13 years into it. I still have that choice to go back. I still have that choice. There's an off license down the road here from me. The supermarkets are full of alcohol and I could go down anytime I want. That's the scary thing about freedom. The choice is always yours, always will be. So to move forwards, to grab the things that you want in life and to move that and to have that also the choice that you could also give in to temptation and slide all the way back to that starting point. Every craving that you have, every discomfort that you have is always saying, show me which way you want me to go, backwards or forwards. Hope you got something out of that. Take care. Onwards and upwards. Bye now.